Every once in a while there's a game that just has a title that just makes me think, what in the world could that be? And when I saw Duck Game announced, I was like, what the heck? Duck Game? What could it possibly be about? And well, it's a game and there's ducks, but these ducks are crazy. They wield weapons, shotguns, handguns, grenades, all in a competition to be the best duck possible. I mean, this is goofy, ducky violence, and I knew I had to get it on the Nintendo Switch when I saw it was coming over. It's basically being touted as an amazing party game, and the Nintendo Switch, I feel, is a perfect console for just that. Multiplayer games that just have a lot of zaniness and wackiness. So I felt I needed to go ahead and give this game a little look-see and see if I could sink my teeth into it and find out if it's a sweet game, as Eric Cartman would say. But the main thing is, you guys might be wondering, is it worth getting for your Switch library? Well, that's why 8-Bit Eric is here. So guys, throw a subscription if you are brand new to the channel, and let's go ahead and begin the review of Duck Game. So Duck Game is brought to you by the fine folks from Adult Swim Games. That could only explain just how zany this game truly is. Now, the premise is interesting. You have a variety of different ducks that you can play as, and the general idea is to play in like an arena combat type of environment. The main gameplay mechanic of this game involves local multiplayer or online multiplayer. There's two different modes. You can play local or online. The idea is to get a number of you guys in a arena setting competing against each other, and there's different weapons, different guns, and basically the last duck standing wins. And I played this game actually for a little while the other night with my good buddy RGT85. If you have no idea who he is, go ahead and check him out. I have a link in the description below. Basically, we went one-on-one, and the game was zany enough with just me and him going at it. There's different weapons, big-ass cannons that actually fire and shoot your duck flying back across screen, shotguns, grenades, handguns, different pistols, things like that. And you could shoot through glass. You can use different parts of the level to help gain the advantage. There's springs. A lot of interesting stage design went into a lot of these arenas. It reminded me of other games that are available out there, like Enter the Gungeon and stuff, but it was just real goofy, and I like that this game really didn't take itself serious. And it also had a real Sega Genesis type of vibe in its presentation. There's also a lot of other customization options. You can put a sombrero on your duck. Like, that alone makes Duck Game a candidate for Game of the Year, if not Millennium. Fucking Millennium. Ducks with sombreros on their head? Come on, dude. Sign me up for that. God. A lot of matches when you're playing against people can last anywhere from a few minutes to just split seconds. The action is just so fast-paced, and I love that this game does not take itself seriously at all. Now, again, I compared it to like Enter the Gungeon, but there's other games that fit this genre that have done so good, like Samurai Gun and Tower Fall. It's this, this spontaneous, just short, quick round, burst of gameplay that just becomes so addictive, especially in a party setting. So I will say Duck Game is amazingly fun when you are playing with just more than one person. I played, again, online with RGT85. I can assume if you were playing at a set, like maybe if I had like 4 people here with me and we were just having a lot of blast, I could see that this game is definitely a must check out. Now, I know this came out quite some time ago on previous platforms like PS4 and PC, so it coming over to the Nintendo Switch actually opened up a whole new avenue of actually enjoying this game and getting, to sink my teeth into it. And there are a couple of new additions that are included. There is a level editor, which is new to Duck Game, so you actually can build your own levels and share them online. So that is some good incentive for people that might want to try to double dip into this. It's an added feature, so who knows. They're also advertising new levels first on Nintendo Switch, so there is some time exclusive content. I don't know for how long, but maybe that's more of incentive to get this version of the game, unless you really want to wait for the update to be on your PS4. For me, you know, why not get it first on the Switch? You know, and this game also is perfect to play on the go because the game rounds could be quick like that. You know, get a good session in, play against some people, maybe even do the single player challenges. So yeah, for me, it feels perfect for the style that the Nintendo Switch brings as far as gameplay goes and accessibility and all that mumbo jumbo. Now, in addition to the multiplayer aspects of the game, there is a single player mode that basically takes place in an arcade, and it has you kind of performing different challenges. You know, there's like a variety challenge arcade machine, there's targeting practice arcade machines, which basically have you killing as many enemies within a allotted time to try to get like a high score. There's even like all sorts of other events like where you have to kind of stomp on your enemies and things like that. So it's a whole bunch of challenge modes that provide a little bit of replay value for you because you can actually unlock certain items and modifiers for the game. You redeem like your tickets, just like if you were at Dave & Buster's, you can redeem the tickets for these modifiers. So that's a little bit more of a little incentive to keep playing the game beyond the multiplayer mode. However, the single player is not really as fleshed out as I would have liked it to be. You know, getting a game like this, it's expected to be more of a multiplayer performing type of game, unfortunately. I do like single player stuff, so I would have liked to seen a little bit more of a robust thing. Maybe, you know, have like a campaign that features like a duck having to do a whole bunch of series of missions and stuff that are beyond just like a simple challenge mode. But it is what it is. Adult Swim Games did a really good job presenting this game with their humor. You could just see it, the tongue-in-cheekness, everything about it. Again, this game does not take itself serious, although there is a fair amount of violence in here. So that to me screams Adult Swim Games. And I think they did a really great job of presenting this game and providing it with a simple yet catchy title. When you think of a game and you see the words duck game, that kind of might be a deterrent to some. Some people might not be willing to give it a bit of a fair chance. You know, for me, for one, I never heard of the damn thing on previous consoles and stuff. And honestly, it was probably because it literally was just called Duck Game. But after seeing the initial trailer and finding out that it's literally about ducks shooting each other and just a lot of zaniness and stuff, I was like, damn, I gotta give that a shot. And you know, if it wasn't for the Nintendo Switch having it, I probably wouldn't have tried it at all, to be completely honest. And that's what, you know, I like about these indie games and stuff, is that sometimes indie developers just come out with real simple ideas and they're a lot of fun. I mean, you look at games like this one or Downwell or even like Gyro Boss, which just recently also came out. The concepts are so simple and easy to pick up and play that it's actually much more of a blast to play than some of these AAA titles out there that just are so overly complicated. I'm not saying that AAA games are bad, but I would rather just have a game that I can easily pick up, find out how to play it ASAP, and be able just to knock out rounds like that without tutorial BS or anything like that. And I thought Duck Game did a fine job at doing just that. Overall, I don't think it's a bad... Overall, even though the game might be a little outdated, previously having been on other platforms, and it's probably cheaper to get on other platforms, I do think for your money, and if you're looking for a party game for the Nintendo Switch, then look no further than Duck Game. I highly think that this is a solid, quality party game that you and your friends can get together and play, or you can match up with people online. And you know, that's one of my most favorite things about the Switch, is that it opens so many doors when it comes to these multiplayer games. And I think, honestly, that's what gaming is all about. So it is a solid party game. The single player experience definitely needs a lot of work, again, as I mentioned, but for the multiplayer aspect of it, I do think that this game is more than worth the money. Don't knock it off just because it looks a little silly, guys. So yeah, I think on the 8-bit game grading scale, I would give Duck Game a solid 8. It is a great title, has a great presentation, has that, you know, Sega Genesis feel with it, with a lot of 16-bit violence with ducks that just quack and shoot and stuff like that. Shooting, rootin', tootin', quacking, whacking ducks. And I think, honestly, overall, it's a game that fits in with the Nintendo Switch library. You know, not everybody needs something that takes itself seriously. So yeah, I do recommend checking out Duck Game. And guys, I guess that's it for the review. Thanks a lot for watching, as always. I will see you on the next one. Don't forget to leave a subscription, a comment, and a like, and I will see you on the next video, guys. Have a great day. Peace out. Consider supporting 8-Bit Eric on Patreon for just $1 a month. Link below in the description.